Yeah, look, it was pleasing. We've been building since the Hawthorn game, which was a while ago now. But as a footy club, we had to sort of get on top of a few things structurally that we probably weren't playing the way that we wanted to play. And I think the last period of time has been, we've been building into a performance like this.
How important is it not to let the foot off the pedal?
Yeah, that's 2 weeks in a row now, and I think our leaders are really instrumental in that. They've been driving a really high standard around the footy club in just getting the basics right in our game. And that was the real focus heading into the last quarter, was to get the basics right, continue to drive those and do the simple things well. And I thought the selflessness and the team-first actions of the team today was outstanding, and that's been a big part of our footy club for a while now. But we're starting to see the rewards of that through shot selection and roles within games.
Does that come down to the accuracy that you guys are getting goals fairly close to goal, in a sense that you're able to pass it off and really sort of make that count?
Yeah, look, I think if you see the great teams over a period of time, go back to Geelong and Hawthorn, they share the ball inside 50, and it's been a hallmark of the Tigers over a period of time now that they're very team first in the way they go about their inside 50, and that's that connection and selflessness that you need to increase your accuracy. So our shot selection and our ability to share the ball was fantastic inside forward 50 today.
Against the Hawks, the rain obviously came down and you didn't perform all that well, but did you learn a little bit about how to play in wet conditions today and really implement what you had you were striving to do?
I don't think it had anything to do with conditions. Back in that Hawthorn game, even we were structurally really poor on the day and didn't play anywhere near to the level. And I think that's it's really about it doesn't matter win or loss, it's how you play. And I think the boys have learnt a lot from that game in terms of what's required to continue to be the team that we want to be, and obviously play the way that we want to play. And I think there's been huge growth in the group over a period of time, but we still know that there's a lot of work to be done to be the team that we ultimately want to become, and that takes time, it takes patience, it takes a lot of hard work.
How much has the return of Tom McDonald helped the forward line?
Yeah, look, it's been a while since we've started to get a full complement of players, which is obviously very helpful. I think our high performance staff have done a great job. Last year we suffered a fair few injuries, but to have Tom back, is it's important to us. He's structurally plays a really important role for us, and obviously to get Jack back, after a long period of time out of the game, was really pleasing. So you've got experienced players that are leaders of our footy club that can help the team progress forward.
Just on Tom, what do you get out of starting with a win each quarter?
It's just adding to our flexibility. Obviously this week we brought Tim Smith into the team, and you obviously got Jesse Hogan. The week before we had Sam Wiedemann. So having the three tools that can function through that forward half's, something that we've implemented over the last 3 or 4 weeks and seemed to work for us. So Tom's wing play is very good, and he's also ability to go forward and impact the scoreboard. So it's something that we've added to our team, and it's helped us.
Do you think because you've got so many options down there, you really can catch other sides hopping on the hop a bit?
Yeah, look, I think it's more just playing their roles. I thought Tim Smith and Jesse Hogan didn't have big numbers today, but their ability to compete and bring the ball to ground enabled our forwards to get to work at ground level. So, and that's the sort of selfless nature that the roles that we're talking about, just being able to do those roles that might not have been their day in terms of impact, but they played an incredibly strong role for us.
How good does it make you feel, even though Tom's out of contract, to hear him say he really wants to be at this football club?
Oh, I think it's terrific. He's a great Melbourne person. He's been at this club for a long time. So he's been through some tougher times, but as I said, there's still a lot of work to be done, and Tom's an important part of that. But to have that sort of person at your footy club that wants to be a part of it's important to us.
Club and copped a lot of heavy beatings through the years, the last 10 or so years, but how important or how satisfying is it for Melbourne to hand out that type of thrashing?
So what was that? Didn't quite hear.
How satisfying is it for Melbourne to hand out that type of thrashing today, having, I suppose, copped some heavy defeats over the last decade? Tom would have been around for a few of those.
Yeah, as a club, we haven't focused on the past at all. It's really about this group forging what they want to create. So it really doesn't have an impact on this group, what's happened in the past. It's really about what they're trying to build, and we always try and look forward. We always try and learn and grow, and there'll be things that we can learn from in today's game. because we need to keep building as a footy club and a footy team. So we're certainly not going to look in the past.
Hungry for a crack at the Crows?
Oh, look, I think it sets up a great game in Alice Springs, against a really strong footy club in Adelaide. They're obviously had a few injuries in the last few weeks, but I think they showed again on Friday night what a strong footy club they are. That they play the same way no matter who's in their team. So we're looking forward to Alice Springs. It's a big game for our footy club. Support the Northern Territory, and I think they're going to see a great game of footy.
Just on Jack Return, obviously played a little bit on Cripps in that run with Roll. Is that something that you'll continue to pursue now that he's sort of building games on?
Yeah, look, it certainly wasn't a plan. I think Jack might have just taken that on himself, and I thought he was, just to have him back out there as a captain of our footy club, and I thought him and Nathan were terrific around the ball today, and Jack's working his way back into AFL footy.
Noticed Clayton was wearing that glove as well. Is there a hand issue? Clayton Oliver, is there a hand issue that he's got?
Yeah, look, he's it certainly hasn't been well documented, but he broke his finger last week, had an operation Monday, and he got up for this week's game. And that's a credit to Clayton, that's a credit to our medical department. To be able to have that sort of procedure done and still play, and you wouldn't have even noticed with Clayton the way he goes about his footy that he's had an operation. So, his performance was strong.
Will that affect him going forward? I mean,
Did it look like it?
No. But would most players play through that injury, do you think? Or does it take a special player to do that sort of thing?
It really comes down to the athlete.
Yep.
If the athlete's stressed about it, if the athlete's comfortable, they continue to push forward. And Clayton, right from the outset, was keen to play. And not just play, he wanted to play well. So that's it comes down to the athlete's mindset, and his was outstanding.
Is that last week, or dog didn't bite him or anything?
No, Ralphie, a dog didn't bite him, which was pleasing. But it came from a footy field incident, which, it's nice to have one of those.
Injuries today?
No, all clear today.
When do you fly out to Alice?
We fly up on Saturday, just a normal program. Obviously, the club's got a lot of activities up there throughout the week. We'll potentially send some players up earlier that aren't playing in the AFL team, but full steam ahead for our team. Normal week, normal travel, and get ready for a great game of footy.